The mountains had many strange stories, from haunts to old forgotten Indian trails, littered with such creepy events taking place. Today's story is of the Chief Ladiga Indian Trail and the strange creepy things that happen there all the time. Appalachia, the mountains are like no other. From its rigid terrain, beautiful wildlife, to the people that live their lives here, to the strange, unexplained stories that folks share. Join me while I share this amazing place, one story at a time. Chief Ladiga was the leader of the Creek Indians in northeast Alabama. In 1832, he signed the Gusset Treaty, giving up the claim to the last of the Creek Indian lands. He was given land in Benton County, Alabama as part of the treaty. 1 year later, he moved with his family there, but then sold it for $2,000 to Charles Peters, leaders of the group of speculators. This land today is now known as Jacksonville, Alabama. The path that Ladiga and his tribe used to travel was turned into a recreation trail and named in honor of the chief. Part of the trail was once part of the Seabird Railroad that was abandoned. Then soon after, it was turned in part of the trail. There's one section located in the foothills of Appalachia that has become known as Dump Road. Sadly, locals dump trash illegally on part of the mountain trail. In the 1980s, a small section of paved road going up the hill to connect to the trail was intended to construct a subdivision on the mountaintop. But it's told that the constructor responsible for the development had some strange things occur, and he won't even talk about it today. So the subdivision idea was scrapped. There are power poles leading up to the road. No power lines were ever connected. Teens frequent the area looking for a place to camp or just hang out. Often there are sightings of horses and wagons traveling down the trail. It's also been reported sightings of a man hanging from a tree above a clay embankment while folks were shooting into the embankment illegally. Some locals hiked into the woods along the trail and discovered an old slave house from the 1900s plantation that burned in the early years. Some campers have reported that they were woken from a dead sleep by blood-curdling screams coming from the woods. Some even reported hearing someone screaming, followed by horses and an angry mob. Even sightings of torches and lanterns floating through the woods along the trail. Some believe that it's the memory of the man's hanging replaying itself over and over again. Residents often report seeing a man walking the streets only to disappear into the woods leading to the mountain. So, are these stories made up, or are they all true? What caused the events? Are the Creek Indian ancestors wreaking havoc because of these intruders upon their land? Or is something else afoot that we just don't know about? Well, we may never actually know the answer. Folks, I want to thank you for sitting and listening to the haunting tale of the Ladiga Indian Recreation Trail. I appreciate you listening. I love you to pieces, and I'll see you next time.